Hey again,
And now another controvertible episode of Pigs in Space!
Okay, well, we are going to be talking about animals in space, but not pigs in particular. Last week, BBI had a live Q&A on their Discord channel, which you should definitely check out if you're into Shipbreaker. And I asked a question, what is everybody's favorite data drive in the game? And of the three answers we got, Tina and Ian both said that they liked Concrete the cat.
What is your favorite data drive in the game?
Ian, what's your favorite data drive in the
Concrete.
Concrete the cat?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Tina, yours too?
Oh, yeah, Giddy.
Which is a really cute one. So we're going to listen to that one first, and then we're going to look at a few other animals in the world of Hardspace Shipbreaker.
Concrete! Concrete! Where are you, you fuzzy goofus? Oh my god, never bring a kitten into space. Why did I do this? I am such an idiot. Concrete! There you are. What are you doing in... Oh my god, that's a lot of puke. Okay. Who's a messy little boy? You are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Who's a little fuzzy, messy boy? Concrete is. Who was supposed to be nice and clean? Concrete was. Who's gonna beg me for food later like he won't just puke it up again? Concrete will. Maybe I should ask the doc what she thinks. Can cats get space sick?
I love the worry morphing into pity, morphing into just real frustration at this poor small creature. And happily enough, they include a picture of Concrete. Not quite sure if this picture is connected to the particular story we just heard, whether that bucket is full of puke. But yeah. There may be others that I've forgotten or just haven't found yet, but there's one other data drive that talks about pets, and it's a transcript that's read in a machine voice, so it's not as nice voice acting as the last one, but we're going to listen to that one now.
Hi, I'm calling regarding our dog Franny. I have some bad news. I don't know how to say this. I'm really sorry, but I don't think we can come back to get Franny. We only just got to Mars with our daughter Olivia, and they told us that they won't allow a dog in. We didn't know. We tried to talk to them, we really did, but they wouldn't budge. It's a really tough decision, but it's just that we have Olivia in our lives now, and we moved to Mars for a future for her. This is our only hope. We sold everything we owned to buy our railgate tickets, and went through all the medical tests, which are as invasive as everyone says they are. And then there's the interviews, so many interviews. I mean, we've waited for this for 6 years. I promise, we tried to fight this, but they just kept saying how expensive dogs are and how they consume scarce resources. I just don't know what to say. We have to leave Franny with you. Tell her that her dads miss her and that they will always love her. Please, take care of her. She was the best dog. The best.
And like with Concrete, there's actually a picture of Franny right here. That one's a really sad one, right? You've got these two fathers who have picked up stakes and moved with their daughter to Mars because they see a future for themselves there. But they couldn't bring their dog, and they didn't know that they couldn't bring their dog until they got there, and just having to fight and then give up on it. Like, you don't always win that fight. But the story about Franny takes on this really frustrating and unjust air when you listen to it alongside this next one.
So there's this guy on Mars. I can't say the name, but you've probably seen him on the news. And this guy really liked ice cream. But, you know, living on Mars, the ice cream there uses soy milk. Obviously, for a person so wealthy, he gets to call himself eccentric instead of crazy. Getting real ice cream from Earth to Mars is no problem, but we're still talking a 250-day trip for most shipments. Not ideal if you suddenly develop a craving for a flavor you don't have on hand. So he gets this idea that he's going to raise cattle on Mars, and he hires us to get him there. Man pays for a dozen calves, 3 male, 9 female, which he hopes to get to Mars as quickly as possible. I'm not entirely sure how they got the calves into orbit, but yeah, I can't imagine it was easy. I mean, those poor babies were scared stiff when we picked them up. For the next 8 months, we took turns feeding and comforting the calves as they grew into cows and bulls. It was the smelliest, most exhausting, but oddly most satisfying flight I've ever been on. Still, we made it, and the pay was great. Got all 12 to Mars, healthy and happy. After a couple of months, the client invited us over to his place for his first batch of Martian ice cream. Can't say I could taste the difference.
That audio log comes from Donovan Morton _PDA, owner Morton, Donovan, Director of Customer Relations. So presumably he works for this hauling company. This might have happened earlier in his career, not quite sure sort of how this fits into his personal story. But obviously this experience of traveling with these cows for 8 months is a really personal and meaningful experience for him, but at the same time he recognizes that the guy he is working for has got more money than sense, and in the end he can't really tell the difference between the real milk ice cream and the soy milk ice cream. To him, I guess it doesn't really make a difference. But there's this economic disparity, even on Mars, which was like this city on a hill, this beacon of hope for the family that had to leave Franny behind, right? And that's true in real life too, right? Like the people who participated in colonization, that's a different story if you are a poor landless peasant figuring that the Americas are your best shot, versus if you're, whatever, the son of a noble or a rich person deciding that they're going to go and make their fortune. Those are different circumstances, and I think a lot of times we flatten those into the same experience of, oh, they're going somewhere else in search of adventure or a brighter future or riches or whatever else. Now, there are a few other mentions of animals in other data drives, in gameplay dialogue, in some of the messages that the player gets throughout the campaign. One of them actually comes up in the second data drive mentioned during the AMA. But because they specifically look at extinction, I think I'm going to spin that off and do another video in a few weeks about those other animal mentions in the data drives. Thanks for watching again, everyone. I had a lot of fun looking for these data drives. I haven't gotten all of them, and I'm getting a lot of glitches that are preventing me from finding more. So I might just keep going forward with what I've got. I've got a fair number. And I really enjoy kind of looking through them and trying to find the threads that link some of the ideas, if not the stories themselves, between the different data drives. Next Friday, I'm going to have another gameplay video, and then the Friday after, I will be deep diving into a few more data drives, so I hope you'll join me. Thanks.
Jess, do you have a favorite?
Not. I'm pretty boring right now, I'm sorry. I'm indecisive.
I think Concrete's great. I think Starchford the potato my favorite. But I don't know. They're fun. The data drives are super fun because they can go all over the place. They're great.